All right, everybody, welcome to the webinar. Hopefully you can hear me and see me now. I'm waving at you. Hopefully you can see that. If you don't mind, can you just confirm that in the chat box for me? Just type a number 1 in there or say yes or something like that, just so I know that it's working for everybody. The feed is working. Okay, awesome. Cool, Amy, thanks. Jeff, Mike, Alex, everybody, lots of ones coming in. Good. Wow. Okay, working for everybody. You guys are an interactive group. This is going to be a good one today. I'm super excited to show you this. We're going to talk about some brand new methods you haven't seen before. We're going to cover 3 different ones that are generating some absolutely huge profits, not only for us, but for others as well. In fact, absolute beginners are crushing it with this. And so I have no doubt you guys are going to do very well with this. Now, it's going to actually be a pretty short training and presentation today because this really is so dead simple. I mean, in just about 15 minutes here, you're going to have your head wrapped around completely the first method. So it's not like this is rocket science. You'll be able to pick it up. Light bulb's going to go off, I think, and you'll be able to implement this immediately, right, for some profits. So I want to actually show you guys, we're talking about huge profits. Well, what kind of profits are we talking about? I don't know about you, but every time if I hop on a webinar or I'm getting ready to start a new business model or a new method or something like that, I want to know, okay, is it currently working? You know, who's it working for and what are the numbers? I mean, is this going to be something that's worth my time? Is it huge numbers? Is it a huge success rate? I mean, what's my likelihood of making this work for myself, right? So I want to show you guys some actual profit examples. Hopefully that's going to get you excited and confirm you're not wasting your time here. It's going to be totally worth unplugging from Facebook and turning your TV off or, you know, run into your room to pay close attention to this and take notes, right? So before I can show you some actual examples and we can talk about numbers, I, of course, have to give you our FTC earnings disclaimer, okay? So thank you, attorneys, for requiring this. But, of course, what this states is just because we're going to show you some results and teach you how to do this today, that doesn't mean money's just going to magically appear into your bank account, right? You have to actually do the work. And, of course, it's business. There are risks with any business model. We don't know your background, your history, those types of things. So, basically, we just can't guarantee that you're going to be magically successful, right? It does take work. So, if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, this is not it. And I hate to break the news to you, but they don't exist. The only people that make money on get-rich-quick schemes are the people selling you the get-rich-quick schemes. So for better or for worse, depending on where your mindset is, you actually have to take action here to make money appear in your bank account. All right, you guys know that, but I just wanted to make sure we covered that legally. So what I want to talk about now are some actual results from real-world people that we train on how to do this. We started with a small beta group earlier at the beginning of the year, the very end of the year last year, and started training people how to do the method that we developed. And there's kind of 3 parts to it. You're going to see all that today. And they had massive success right out of the gate. In fact, I can tell you guys this. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, and I've never seen anything even close to this as far as dollars earned and the percentage of success. If you just take action, this is something that works 100% of the time, okay? So let me show you some of these results that they've achieved very quickly, right out of the gate. So we're talking about profit here, guys. Remember that. When we talk about numbers, we're talking about profits, not sales. So these are some screenshots from our Facebook group of that first beta group that we started to teach how to do this to make sure that it was replicatable and to really get this training down. So you can see Claudia says, so far today, $1,277. That's in one day, guys. $1,277 profit for a new person. And these are all screenshots from the same time period. In fact, I'm pretty sure this was the same day, we'll call it 48 hours. Ron says, got to end now for the day, $1,400 for today. Chris, over $1,000 for the weekend. Last 24 hours, $1,100. Guys, these are hundreds of thousands of dollars a year pace these people are doing in profits. Troy, first $1,000 day today. Beth, officially over 1,000 profit with 683 today. And these are people just starting out, right? Anik, I made 860 last night in a couple of hours. This is unbelievable. Mike, yesterday I made $6,000 profit in a single day. You guys can run the math on that. What's 6,000 times a year, right? What kind of pace is that? Now, does Mike make $6,000 every single day in profit? No, but he does very well every day. We're going to show you how that works here in just a second. Of course, so here's some more. $1,000 profit in the last 2 days, 600 today, 355 today, 800 today. Jenny revised hers from 600 to 703. She made another quick $100 in just a matter of a few minutes there. Christy, 800. Roberta, 1,700 for a single night. Woody, 500 since early this morning. So, I mean, we're talking about something here that you can absolutely crush it with. And these are a very, very large percentage of our people that were testing this out for us, right? So, huge success rate. Why? Well, why are these people having such great success? And why is the number of people so large, right? Everybody that's trying this seems to be crushing it. Well, it's because there are no marketing skills involved and really no technical skills, right? Anybody can do this. So we're not talking about, we don't have to worry about Facebook ads or emails or websites or affiliate marketing or links or tracking or Shopify or e-commerce or shipping private label stuff in from China. I mean, none of that. We're not dealing with any of that. So because it is so simple and the barrier to entry is so low, there's huge success, right? And we're super proud of that. So you might be going, okay, this is sounding pretty good, but can I actually do this? Maybe you're not in the U.S. or something like that. Let me tell you this. We've actually got a 10-year-old little girl doing this. And this was a picture that her dad sent us, which was really cool of him, of her doing it at the kitchen table, right? So none of us have any excuse if a 10-year-old little girl is doing it and doing very well. So here's somebody else. I know some of you might be going, well, yeah, but I'm not in the U.S. So one of our top earners, Wilfred, he actually lives in Holland. And he came out of the gates and did $15,000 profit in his first 6 weeks. So right out of the gate, six-figure plus pace. And he is now on pace to make well over that. He's doing multiple six figures this year in his very first year in profit. So really awesome. So you do not have to be in the States to do this. Also, some of you might be going, yeah, but I've got a full-time job, or maybe I don't have as much time. Or maybe you're at a point where you say, look, I've tried a bunch of other things. I can't get anything to work. Well, this is so easy. So this is Randy here. Randy spent 15 years and tens of thousands of dollars with other trainings and other systems and trying to make money online with all kinds of other methods. And this was the first thing that made him more than he spent. And you'll be able to hear from Randy and some of these others later on. But here's the really cool thing about Randy. He had a pretty good $65,000 a year tech job. And so he started out doing this full time, but was able to quit that job and do this full time. And he's not the only one that's done that. We have multiple people from that initial small group have quit their jobs to focus on this business. So we're talking about not only high success rate, but high dollar amounts, and anybody can really do this. All right. So you can kind of put that check mark, and rest assured, if you're on here, I don't have any doubt if you successfully got on this webinar that you can pull this off. Okay. I don't care where you're from or what your experience is. Now, what are you actually going to see today? We're going to talk about a quick explanation of the three main methods that we're using, and I'm going to explain it sort of here in slide format and give you some screenshot examples, and then we'll get into an actual live demonstration of it. And at that point, you should have a really good understanding of exactly how to pull this off. And then we'll do some Q&A at the end if you have any further questions, just to make sure you've got it down. And also, I want you to be able to hear from some others and how they're implementing this and the results they're getting, so that hopefully that excites you again and gets you to take action. That's really the goal today. We want you to take action on this. If you don't take action, well, you wasted your time today, right? We want this to actually turn into money for you, or giving you some free time, or whatever you're looking to get. We're hoping that you actually take action, and this will help you do that. So let's talk about method number one. Let's get straight into this. You guys ready to go? Give me a 1 in the chat box. I just want to make sure. Type a 1 there, hit enter. I just want to make sure everybody's on board and ready to do this. Good. Okay. One's rolling in. Awesome. Now, again, you guys, I want you to be interactive with me today. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you get stuck on something or are confused, please put it in the chat box. I want to make sure to address anything that I can while we're going through. I don't want to leave anyone behind here, right? Because we're going to build on this. We're going to start with a foundation, and then we're going to move to another thing, and we're just going to keep building. So if you get lost in there somewhere, you're going to be in trouble. So I want to make sure you don't get lost. So the chat box is there for a reason. Please use it. We'd love to interact with you during the training. So method number 1, what are we actually going to do? All right, so I'm just going to warn you about this. I am going to sound like an absolute crazy person for a few seconds here, okay? Now, when you hear kind of how this works initially, you're going to be like, wait, what? How does that work? So hang in there with me. I know I'm going to sound crazy for a minute, but it's all going to make sense, and I guarantee you light bulbs are going to start going off for you as we go through the full explanation, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out by buying a textbook from a third-party seller on Amazon at a low price. So what is a third-party seller? It's just someone or a bookstore or an individual or a student, whatever, that is posting their book for sale on Amazon, all right? It's not Amazon themselves we're buying from. We're buying from third parties for the most part, okay? So we're going to find a book at a low price on Amazon posted by a third party. We're going to buy that book. Here's where it starts to get a little crazy. We're going to get that book in. We're going to repackage it and ship it right into Amazon through Amazon's trade-in program, okay? And we're going to trade that in for a higher price than what we paid for it. So now you probably see why it sounds crazy, but we're going to explain this. So when we do that, we get paid instantly and we pocket the difference, okay? So here, once again, just really quick, we're buying from a textbook on Amazon, we're getting the book in, we're repackaging it, and we're sending it to Amazon through their trade-in program, and we're pocketing the difference because they paid us more for the trade-in than we paid to purchase the book. All right, and you're going to see examples and why this works and all that here in just a minute. But first, you probably need to understand a little bit about the trade-in program. So Amazon has what they call their trade-in program, which lets you trade in eligible items, in our case, a textbook, for money, right? So here's some cool things about the trade-in program that they offer. When you send your trade-in in, it's sent with free shipping. They give you a prepaid label, and they pay the shipping to get to them. You receive your money as soon as they get your product. But in fact, you can even do better than that. As you build a little history with them and the trade-in program, they can actually start paying you before they even get the book, right? So they pay you immediately before they even get it, which is unbelievable. Allows you to really scale this and sort of roll your investment over. So we can talk about that in detail later, but really powerful. So you don't even pay shipping for this, and you get your money as soon as they get the product. So all right, that's making sense, but let's look at a specific example, okay? So here's a search from Amazon search page for textbooks, and I want to focus in on one particular book, and we'll kind of drill down on this one. So there's 2 different areas I want you to look at. Now, normally, when you see this book listing, you probably go, yeah, so what, right? But when you know what to look for, you start to spot gold in these books, okay? This is kind of like mining for gold a little bit, all right? So what do we see when we look at this? Well, let me show you how to put on the prophet goggles, we'll call them, to spot these profits. So if you look over here on the left side, you'll see that we can buy this book used and new for $44, all right? $44.55, all right, cool. Now, we want to direct our attention over to the right side. We'll see they say you can trade yours in for $73.70. So we can buy for 44, we can trade it in for 73. So what is that difference? Well, that's our profit, right? We bought it for 44, we got it, we traded it back in for a $29 profit. Crazy, right? So I know you have tons of questions. We're going to, again, get into all those details, and I'm going to do this live with you. So hang in there with me. So you're going, okay, wow, this is awesome. So there's $29 profit there. How does this work exactly? Well, one thing I want to show you, before we get into too much detail, I want you to stop everything you're doing right now. Pause. I don't care if you're texting or Facebooking or whatever, put that away. This is a very important part of this method because if you still have this question in the back of your mind or you don't get it, it's going to be a major distraction for you. So let's go back to the listing. You'll notice there on the right side, it says, trade in yours for an Amazon gift card for $73.70, right? So you're going, well, wait a minute. That's the catch. They pay us in a gift card. Well, I don't need, $800,000 worth of Amazon gift cards. I don't spend that much on Amazon. What am I going to do with gift cards? Well, first you need to understand they don't actually send you a gift card. It's not a physical card that you can, give to somebody else or sell on eBay or something like that. You can't do that with this, right? They give you a credit on your account, so you've got this credit balance. So here's the deal. That's a huge benefit for a couple of reasons. Now, I'm not going to talk about any tax benefits. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You could talk to your accountant about that. But the second piece of that is we actually have a way or multiple ways to convert that balance into cash, okay? But here's the good part. When you do it the way that we recommend, you can actually convert that balance into cash and profit while you do it. So you actually make more because you got paid with a digital gift card balance. Okay, so here's the important part of this. You want to get paid in the digital gift card balance or else you would make a lot less money, right? So it's a huge benefit to get paid with the gift card, and it's exactly like getting cash, only better. Okay, so I know somebody's going to get hung up on that and go, yeah, but it's a gift card. Well, no, it's exactly like cash, but better because we're going to profit when we do the conversion. And like I said, it's not something stupid like sending it to selling it on eBay or sending it to your buddy and having them pay or something goofy like that, right? Okay, so everybody good with that? Just give me a 1 in the chat box if you're following so far. Okay, we're buying the book from a third party. We're packaging it up, sending it into Amazon. We're buying it for lower than we're trading it in. Amazon's paying us. We're converting that into cash for extra profits even. Beautiful method, right? For that particular example, $29 profit on that book. Everybody follow? Okay, good. We can move on to the next part. So let's talk a little bit about the method before we do the live demonstration because I know you guys have some questions here. I can already see some. So here's the beautiful thing about this, guys. This is why we can say it works 100% of the time, and it requires zero marketing skills because you can see the numbers right there before you actually have to do anything. So obviously that's going to work. And as you can see, this isn't marketing, right? This is more a pure form of arbitrage, buying low and selling high at a guaranteed rate, right? So here's your question. So this is great. I don't have to do any marketing. These are no websites here, no emails, no funnels, none of that stuff. This is great. But why would Amazon allow us to do this? This doesn't make sense. It seems like, why would they sell us a book, but then we can trade it in? Like, aren't they losing money with this? This doesn't make sense. Well, not at all. Amazon loves this. They're making a lot of money off of this. Here's how. What you have to realize is Amazon is just the middleman here with their trade-in program, okay? They're just the middleman. They're not the ones selling us the book, and they're not the ones buying the book. Here's what I mean by that. They aren't the ones selling us the book because remember, we're buying these books from people that are just posting their own inventory or their store's inventory on Amazon. It's not Amazon. So we're just buying from someone else that has posted their book or books for sale on Amazon. Amazon loves that because they get 15% of every one of those sales. Okay, so they're making money on the front end. They're loving it. Okay, so now what happens on the back end, though, with the trade? Aren't they still paying us a dollar amount for the trade? Well, yeah, but here's the deal. They already have a back end buyer contracted to buy that for higher than they're paying you for the book. So let's say they're offering you $100 for the trade-in. Well, they've already got the book sold to somebody for, let's say, $110. So they're making money on the back end as well, right? So they aren't the final buyer. They're not the ones buying the book either. So they're not selling nor buying. They're just the middleman. So they love this, right? They're making their percentage on the initial sale, and they're reselling that book immediately by contract to the book buyers for immediate profits. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, yeah, I see light bulbs going off now like, aha. Yeah, so Amazon loves it. They would love for us to do this as much as we can every day, and we do. Okay? So let's dig a little deeper into the actual opportunity here. So you get the basic method, you kind of understand why it works, why Amazon loves it. So let's talk about the opportunity. Well, for one, you can do more than one of the same book. In fact, you're going to hear from somebody later that's made a significant amount from just one title. So you can do more than one of the same book when you start to implement all of the methods, which we're going to cover. There are hundreds of thousands of textbooks on Amazon. Guys, this is a $20 billion a year industry. Depending on the number of college students that year, we're talking $15 to $20 billion every single year in this industry. So it's absolutely huge. This is one of those things that's a giant market you may not have really thought about before. There are not only Amazon, but thousands of other book sites, which we're going to talk about. So the profit potential here is absolutely huge. This is massive, okay? Now, so that's great. The opportunity is fantastic, huge profit potential, and you already saw some of those results. But here's my favorite thing about this method, and this is why I think it's such a gigantic success rate for people implementing this, and that is this is a nearly zero risk method. Okay, it basically is zero risk because you have all kinds of safety nets we're going to talk about. Well, how is this zero risk? Well, check this out. This if you guys get a light bulb that goes off, just give me a number 2. Type a number 2 in the chat box if a light bulb goes off when we explain this next slide. I know it did for me when this clicked, okay? So here's the deal. You know if a book is going to be profitable before you ever have to buy it, okay? So I know that might not completely sink in, but let's just think about that for a second. So I can look at those two numbers. I know you guys can all do a quick subtraction. Okay, they're offering me more than I can buy it for. I've got profit, right? Simple as that. It's right there in front of your face. Factual, demonstrable, empirical evidence right there. That book is profitable. So you don't have to do anything unless you spot that difference, okay? So what does that mean? Well, think about it this way. That's really like having a crystal ball. That's like knowing if a stock is going to go up for sure before you buy it. So that's like me being able to come to you and say, look, here it is. You can buy this stock for $100. Tomorrow it's going to be $140. Guaranteed. How many times would you do that? Well, as many as you could, right? Well, that's the type of leverage we have with this method. I've never seen anything else that even comes close to offering something like that. I mean, where else can you do that? If you have somewhere else that you can kind of have a crystal ball here, let me know because I'd love to invest, and I'm sure others would as well, right? So that is a giant part of this opportunity, and that is zero risk in the method itself because you don't ever have to, invest in anything unless you know for a fact that is already going to be profitable, okay? Huge. So you don't have to worry about crossing your fingers and hoping something's going to sell at some point. There is no selling. You're guaranteed that money as soon as they get the book or even before they get the book. Like I said, when you build up your history, you don't have to wait for an item to sell to get paid. Like you don't have to send it to them and then you have to wait to get it's not like consignment where you have to wait for them to sell it. No, you get it right away. And like I said, you can even get paid before Amazon even gets the book. Absolutely huge. So the opportunity is incredible. All right. So the zero risk part of this, I think, is my favorite thing, right? I know if something's going to be profitable before I have to take my wallet out, I'm in. How many times can I do that, right? At that point, it's just arbitrage. So a couple of questions you probably have. Well, that sounds great, Luke, but what if the trade-in price goes way down before you get the book sent in, right? So let's say that they're offering a $100 trade-in, but by the time I get the book and get it into Amazon, well, they've changed their trade-in price and they're only offering $80. Well, I just lost $20 of my profit there. Or maybe even I only had a $20 profit built in. It went down $30. Well, I lost $10. Well, that's actually not a problem for us at all because that's not how it works. Here's another really cool thing about this method. When we claim that trade-in, Amazon locks in and guarantees that price to us for up to 25 days. So we have plenty of time to get our book in and get it to Amazon before the 25 days. So they lock that in, it's guaranteed. So if that price goes down, if we claim our trade-in at $80, or I'm sorry, at $100, and we send it in, and by the time Amazon gets it, let's say it's day 20, and the price is down to 80, well, they don't pay us 80, they still pay us that full $100. So we're locked in. So that is amazing. So even if the trade-in price goes down, doesn't matter, Amazon will offer that $100 still, or whatever the amount was when you claimed it. Really cool. It gets better though. In fact, that's going to be a little bit of a theme as we move forward. It gets better. We actually can't lose, because what if the opposite happens? So you might be going, okay, well, what if the opposite happens and I claim it at 100 and I've already got a good profit built in, but then by the time I get the book, maybe the trade-in offer is 120 now. Can I get that extra 20, or do I just lose out on that? You can. Here's what you do. If the trade-in price goes up since you've claimed it, you can actually cancel your current trade-in, as long as Amazon hasn't received your book yet, right? You can cancel your current trade-in at no cost, there's no penalty, and reclaim at the higher trade-in price. You simply use the new prepaid shipping label and get it shipped in. So as long as, if that price goes up anytime between when you claim it and before you get it and ship it to Amazon, so you can put the new label on, you're golden. You can get that extra money. So this is a win-win. If the price goes down, it doesn't matter, because Amazon locked our guaranteed price in. If it goes up, we can cancel, no penalty, no cost, and reclaim the higher rate. So we're in a win-win situation. How cool is that? Okay. It gets better. Again, going back to our theme. Another really cool thing about this is you can outsource this. Okay. You can outsource, make this hands-off passive income. And not only that, but of course, it's got the guaranteed profits. So let's add hands-off passive income. You can see Dominic here. This was really cool. He posted this to us in our Facebook group. He said, I love this business. Coming home from dinner and seeing 12 new accepted trade-ins sitting in my inbox. The best part is my VA is doing 95% of the work. How cool is that? Right? So again, this method just keeps stacking and stacking. This is why I say it's the best thing I've ever seen in 20 years of doing online businesses, especially for somebody that's not doing, $500,000 profit a month, right? So this is really, really powerful stuff. So at this point, hopefully you guys get it. You understand what we're doing. We're buying a book for a low price. We're trading it in for a higher price. Our price is locked in. If it goes up, we can claim the higher price. It's zero risk, right? We don't have to pay for anything. We don't have to buy a book unless we know it's absolutely profitable. So this is unbelievable so far, right? We can make it hands-off and passive. Let's actually find some books. You guys good with that? You ready to find some books? Okay, awesome. So let's go head over to Amazon and we'll actually look for some books, and I'll show you how this works. All right, so here we are at Amazon. Just did a search for textbooks. This is what a search page looks like when you're looking for textbooks. And here's where I want to show you some cool secret sauce. So yeah, you could try to go through these pages manually and figure things out, but that's not what we did, and that's not how people are getting those huge numbers that you saw. We actually built a custom software program. It's a custom browser extension that's going to help us speed through this and help us find the books way faster. Okay, so we're going to click a button here in just a second. You're going to see the page do a lot of things. So take note of that. We're going out and retrieving all kinds of real-time data. We are hiding books that aren't profitable, and we're pointing out different books that are profitable with big green checks, and you're going to see a lot of things happen. Okay, so let's do that now. I want to show you kind of, pay attention here, what happens when we click the button. So it's going to go out and process. It's pulling in a bunch of data on all of these books, and it does it all way faster than we would have been able to do it manually. Okay, so we can see $355 current net profit on this page. Future net profit, which is used for another method that we might have time to talk about later, is $500. So you'll also notice a bunch of buttons appear for each of these books. And these are going to be important later when we talk about method 2 and method 3. And you'll see some of the books have an orange border, but some of them have, let's see if we can find one here, a green border with a check. These are the ones we want to focus on right now. That means this book is profitable right here on Amazon. So makes it real simple. Okay, we can't miss that. So let's click on used and new here, and I want to show you how the software works on the used and new page. So normally we would have to analyze each of these books individually to determine if they're profitable. But again, the software is going to work on this page, speed this up, does the math for us, and tells us how much we can make on each book. And let's say, let's look at this and say, well, this one is not going to fit our criteria, so let's remove it. You'll notice it recalculates all your totals here so you can have a good idea. It also adds some buttons down here that I'm going to show you how those work in a little bit, okay? So this is kind of our secret sauce. This is how we go through and find tons of deals really fast and capitalize on it. So the market for textbooks, especially during textbook seasons and things, very volatile. So it's important to be able to go through things fast and multiple times because prices and inventories change and all kinds of craziness happens. And we love that because that means there are all kinds of opportunities. So let me just show you. Let's go back to, not only can you do general keyword searches, but I like to do category searches as well. Let's do our favorite, business and money, right? So we'll do a search, and again, we'll use the software, and you'll see kind of what happens to the page once again. So we'll run it. It's going to go out and process. So you can see here, $999 profit on this page, potential future profit for other methods, $1,400. Really cool stuff. And so you can see here again, here's a profitable book. We can see we can make potentially $90 on a single book. That's pretty awesome. So we click on used and new. We run it again on this page on the individual ones, and then we say, okay, cool. This is going to help us determine which books are going to work for us and which ones are not, right? So really cool stuff. So this speeds it up, makes it fast, makes it viable, makes our, let's call it dollar per hour earned crazy high, right? Off the charts. So you guys get that? Pretty simple so far, right? Not hard. Okay, excellent. So let's go back and I'll show you some other things in the slides. All right, how easy was that? Did that seem like super difficult or like you need some crazy marketing skills or anything like that? Exactly. So you can see now why a 10-year-old girl can do this, right? This is just pressing a button and I was going to say you have to know the difference between two numbers, the trade-in and the purchase price, but you don't even have to know that. The software does it for you and tells you. So it makes it really simple, okay? Now, let me show you something really neat. So you're thinking, okay, that's cool, but let's make it even cooler. This is Peter. Peter has done $29,000 profit in just his first few months, but here's what's amazing about this. I want you guys to take note of those results we were looking at. Peter made $12,000 profit, not gross, $12,000 profit from one title. Right? So you can see why it's important to be able to go through a lot of books very quickly. There are hundreds of thousands of textbooks on Amazon. So that software is extremely important to help you find golden nuggets like that very quickly. Okay? So it's getting to those types of books that's really going to skyrocket your earnings. So this all sounds awesome. This is great. And by the way, you'll hear from Peter later in the presentation. It gets even better though. We're going to stick with our theme that it gets better. We're going to talk about method number 2. So if you're taking notes, method number 1, trade in on Amazon. We buy it for lower than we trade it in. Check mark. We got that down. We understand it. Method number 2, though, is this. Amazon doesn't care where you initially get the book, okay? You don't have to just buy from Amazon, all right? I mean, here's the key. Amazon doesn't always have the lowest price, okay? So the lower the price is that we can buy the book for, the more profit we make. So if we can find it somewhere other than Amazon, whether it's you have the book laying around, you found it locally in a thrift store, you hint, hint, wink, wink, found it through other online booksellers, doesn't matter. Amazon doesn't care where you got the book because they're going to make money on that back end no matter what. So we're going to take advantage of that. and let's see if there's a way to actually find some cheaper books. Let's take this way beyond Amazon, and this is where it gets absolutely crazy. So let's go over and let's see where we can find some cheaper books. All right, so here we are back on Amazon, and this is where it gets really cool. We've got another search page pulled up here. I want to run the extension, and then I want to show you how these buttons work and how we can go outside of Amazon to find even cheaper books to increase our profits, because we're going to be able to find cheaper books, which increases our profits, but also more books, which increases our profits, right? So let's run the software. It's going to go out and do hours and hours of work in just a couple of seconds for us. And you can see here, current net profit, $362. Now, we were looking at a book earlier. This one is the one I want to use for our example. And I want to show you how we can use these buttons down here. So this particular one says buy on BookScouter. What's BookScouter? Well, BookScouter is sort of a website that does a meta search of many book dealers and book vendors. So we tap into them with a button click, and it does the search for you automatically for this particular book. So again, this is all about speed and efficiency here. So let's see what happens. We click on the BookScouter button, and we're going to come to this page, right? It's going to do that search for that book across all of their vendors on this page. Well, of course, our software works on this page as well. So let's run it. Now let's pay attention to something here. Notice back here, we can buy the book for $126, not counting shipping, so let's just call it about $130 on Amazon. So if we can find it for even cheaper somewhere else, we're finding more books for cheaper. We're making more profit in a couple of different ways, right? So when we run the software, it's going to eliminate some books for us in their listings, but here's what you're going to notice. Take a look at this. Amazon is way down here after adding in the shipping at $130. Look what we can get this book for other places. $88, $118, $119. So we're talking about going from, a $10 profit on this book to $50 on one book, one title, boom, that fast. And here's something really cool. We can take out Amazon completely from the listings. So not only do we have those books on Amazon that are profitable, but we've also got these books on the third parties that are profitable. So look at how much is available here. That's another $200 profit in this one book, which is unbelievable, right? So you have lots of options to be able to find cheaper books just by tapping into these buttons. And BookScouter isn't the only place we tap into. You can find books on eBay and BookFinder, and there are others as well, right? So super easy to find outside books for even bigger profits by finding cheaper ones, okay? So let's go back to the slides. I want to show you kind of how we can take this a step further even. Okay, so like I said, now we can find books outside of Amazon for a cheaper price, which allows us to find more books for more profit, right? But we still trade them in just the same. Again, Amazon doesn't care where we get the books. So this is all fine and dandy. However, once again, it gets even better, okay? Method number 3. All right, so if you're taking notes, method number 2, find cheaper books outside of Amazon to trade in. All right? Method number 3, just like there are places to buy cheaper books, there are multiple other book buyers that will buy your textbooks and pay you cash. Okay, so Amazon isn't the only place you can trade your books in. Amazon, just like buying, they don't always offer the cheapest book. In fact, many times they don't. Amazon doesn't always offer the highest trade-in price either, okay? So here's the deal. Just like buying, if somebody's going to pay us more for the book, well, by all means, we're going to send it to them instead of Amazon and make more money. So I don't know about you guys, but I think we should go over and try to find some better trade-ins, all right? So let's go back to Amazon. We've found some cheaper books outside of Amazon. Now let's see if we can find some higher trade-in prices, okay? All right, so here we are back at Amazon. I want to take a look at this specific book. So what we're looking for now, remember, is there another buyer that would pay us more than Amazon? So right now, Amazon is offering $27 for this particular title, okay? So if we go to the individual used and new page, right, we run our software. Of course, we're not going to find any profit here. Amazon just isn't offering a high enough dollar amount. So we're going, okay, well, there's no profit on this particular book. However, check this out. If we click on Sell on BookScouter. Let's see what other book dealers are offering for trade-ins for this book. Well, look at this. What do you know? $58, $57, $50, $50, $40, $38, all way above. You can see Amazon's way down here. They're not nearly the highest offer at $28, $27.98. So we actually can make profit off of this book, right? So this is a great example of how other book dealers can not only be cheaper, you can find books cheaper, and our software facilitates that, but also you can find better trade-in deals, which our software also facilitates, right? So we found not only cheaper books, but we're now finding better and higher trade-in prices, okay? So let's get back to the slides, and we'll take it further. All right, so now we've seen that we can buy on Amazon and trade into Amazon. We can buy outside of Amazon and trade into Amazon. We can buy outside of Amazon and trade into third parties. Using all of those methods, we can maximize our results. And using the software, we can, of course, make it super fast and super efficient. So this is really awesome. So what I don't want you to do, though, is get a little bit confused by those other two methods, right? The bare bones basics of this is that we're simply finding books that we can trade in for a higher price than what we bought them for. So all we're doing is we're buying it as cheap as we can, no matter where that is, and we're trading it in for as high as we can, no matter where that is. And the software is going to facilitate doing all of that, okay? So that all sounds awesome. We get it now. We can find books very easily. There's massive amounts of profits to be made, even on a single book. You saw Peter did $12,000 on a single book over the course of a few months, but it gets even better. I know, just when you thought I was done, I kept going, right? So here's something really cool about this. I know a lot of you guys are probably going, well, wait a minute. I'm not in the U.S. How can I do this? Because I'm shipping books and they're going to be shipping overseas, and then I'm going to have to ship them back, and I don't know if 25 days is going to be enough time to get my trade-in in, and how do I do this if I'm international? Well, I'm going to show you how. And you might also be going, okay, well, this sounds amazing. I mean, there's zero risk. I know a book's going to be profitable. I've got a crystal ball on all these books, and I can do it quickly, and I'm game on. But hang on a minute. I don't want to have to. What am I going to do with all these books? What if I'm getting something crazy? What if I'm getting 100 books a day in? Am I going to put them in my garage? And I don't want to be packaging books all day long. I just don't want to deal with the books. Well, here's the deal. For both of you, it's the same solution. It's not a problem. We've got a really cool situation here that we can offer. And that is, we've contracted with a book processing center that specializes in this. In fact, they're fairly close to my home here. I can drive to them, and we've trained them how to do this exactly. And they will actually receive your books for you. They'll open and inspect the books. Then they will repackage the books and ship them to Amazon or the third party of your choice, whatever your prepaid label is. You just upload your label to them. So this is huge because now you don't have to even touch the books. And what this means for you international folks is, let's say you're like Wilfred, you're over there in Holland, and you're making your hundreds of thousands of dollars a year now on this and doing big volumes of books. Well, when you buy a book, you just have it shipped to the processing center in the States, not all the way over to yourself in Holland or UK or Australia or wherever you may be. You just buy, ship it straight to the processing center. The book stays in the States the whole time. They handle it and ship it in for your trade-in, and you're done. So you never even have to touch a book. So that's huge. And they will do that for you for $2 a book. So it's an absolute no-brainer, obviously. It saves you all of that time and effort. Now, if you want to do the processing yourself, you can absolutely do that. In fact, I would recommend that in the beginning as you're learning how to do this, but that option is there. So it opens the door for you international folks. It also opens the door for any of you that don't want to deal with the books physically. All right, so let's just kind of recap what we've talked about to this point. I think this is the best opportunity that's out there. There's zero marketing skills. You don't have to really know how to market anything or have any real technical skills at all. I mean, this is not Facebook ads or Shopify or e-com. This is not difficult, right? There's zero risk. My favorite thing about the method, you have a crystal ball. You know if a book is profitable before you ever have to do anything with it. So there's zero chance that this method doesn't work. In fact, let's just take a scenario. Let's say that you get the wrong book shipped to you. Well, first, that's pretty rare. I don't know how many of you guys ever get the wrong thing from Amazon, but it doesn't happen very often. But let's just say that happens. You might think, oh my gosh, I'm out my money. Or let's say that the seller didn't describe their book honestly, right? They said, oh, it's in great condition, and it shows up, and a dog's been chewing on it, it's been drugged through the yard, and whatever else. Here's the awesome thing. You just get a refund, right? So in the rare event something happens, you just seek a refund from the original seller. Here's the other beautiful thing. Let's say that original seller is kind of shady, and they say, nah, I'm not going to give you your money back. Guess what? Amazon has what's called their A to Z guarantee, and they will back up your purchase and ensure that you get your refund. So you've got that safety net there. Even if something goes wrong, which is minimal because you know the book is already profitable before you have to do anything, but even if something goes wrong after that, you just get a refund. So you've got that safety net there to catch you. So there's zero chance that this won't work for you, okay? There, of course, is huge profit potential. You now know you can do it from anywhere in the world. You can outsource this thing and be hands-off. So we think this is an absolutely gigantic opportunity. We've proven that with our results. With our small group of initial users, we've proven that. And we think that you would have great success as well. So now the question is, does anybody want in on this business? Anybody interested to get going here? Just type a 1 in the chat box if you want to keep going here and see more. You're right. Yes. Exactly. So Jonathan says, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. So I'll actually show you some comments later about people talking about how this is unbelievable, right? So we love this. This is the coolest thing we've been involved with. And like I said, it has the highest success rate of anything I've ever seen in 20 years of doing this. So here's the cool thing. We've put together something really awesome for you guys, a full business in a box, if you will, to allow you to basically jump right in and start to have some immediate success with this and generate some immediate profits. So let me show you what we've put together for you to facilitate that. Of course, you need access to the custom software. The software is really what makes this super viable. It allows you to do this in an efficient manner and find the books and interface with all the third parties. I mean, if you had to do all of that manually and look at every book and then go to all the other third parties and look at the prices there and then compare it, I mean, it would take you forever just to determine if one book was profitable or not. We can analyze a whole page in a matter of just a couple of seconds, right? So definitely that custom software is going to help you do some really cool stuff. Not only that, but we don't have time to talk about it today, but the software also facilitates many other methods. So you saw those books with orange borders? That's a different method to be profitable with, which is amazing. There's another method that it'll put a blue border around a book. So those are indications that you use a different method for that book, right? And so other cool things, you can set trade-in price alerts. So let's say that a book isn't profitable right now, but you know it's going to be if they offer $82 for it, let's say, right? So you click the button, the trade-in alert button there, you set it for $82, and the software will send you an email and or a text message, whatever you prefer, to let you know, hey, this book is profitable, go snag it. Unbelievable. People are seeing huge results with that. And of course, plenty of other buttons and systems. So the software is extremely robust, and we improve it on a continual basis, right? So not only do you get the software, which is really the engine that runs this business, but we also have put together some in-depth training for you. Detailed video modules that go into all the details of exactly what you need to do. And they are in our member area. Our member area is really cool. It's got the video modules. It's got a place for you to take notes beside each video as you go through them. And this isn't some massive amount of training you'll be able to go through quickly. This isn't rocket science, guys, right? So all of those modules are there. We have all of the modules recorded in not only video format, but you can download the slides. You can download the audio version. There's a transcript in case you're old school, you like to read and learn by reading. We've got all that for you there. So you're going to get the software, you can download the slides, you can download the audio version of the training, you get the transcripts. We've got what we call our book condition guide. It's going to kind of be your Bible leading you through the trade-in process as to what to look for with the books and what's going to work, what's not going to work. We also have a full book management system. This is unbelievable. This actually interfaces directly with the processing center as well. So when you buy a book, what you're going to find is when you do this at scale, there's no way you could track this with like a piece of paper manually or something. You need a system to track your books in and out and your profitability. And if somebody sends you a wrong book, you need to be able to track all of those things. The processing center needs to be able to interface with you and say, hey, this was the wrong book, or hey, this book came in, but you didn't upload a label yet. All these things. So it allows you to track all of that and see where your books are in the process, allows you to do it very efficiently, track your profitability. It's huge, right? So that's all included, and that's in the member area. We call that our book management system. Now, that's all great, and that would be technically all you need, but we're going to take this to the next level, right? Keeping with the theme of it gets better, we actually think the training is great and videos are great, but just giving you that and saying, well, good luck, isn't good enough. We want 100% success rate with this. So what we do is we actually have a coaching program with this. Twice a week, we get on every Tuesday and every Thursday, and these are recorded in case you can't make it live, and we do live training sessions just like this. We get on camera. Here we're in one of our sessions. We're talking about some of our success stories, giving shout outs to our students. Excuse me. And we get on there live with you guys so you can ask us directly questions every single week. We can hold your hand through the process. We can keep you updated with any changes, what's happening in the market. We release new things and do new training on the software updates constantly. So it's a great way for you to get actual hand-holding directly from us in a coaching format so that there's no way you're going to be stuck with any kind of a hurdle, okay? So that's really powerful. So again, that's 2 times every single week, and those are recorded and put in the member area in case you can't make it live. But if you can, awesome, you can come on and ask us any questions you've got live. Now, on top of that, we've also got an amazing community. We are so proud of the community that we've built. There are so many people that we have shown how to do this that started from scratch and are making huge numbers now and are there willing to help others get started in the business. We're super pumped about it. So we have a Facebook group right now. We're actually bringing that Facebook group inside the members area because there are some people that don't have Facebook and they want to still be able to interact and things like that. So right now it's in Facebook. People are sharing deals. They're sharing their successes. They're sharing tips and tricks and techniques. And this is a great place to get any questions answered, things you might have run across, whatever. Another great resource for you. So not only do you have the videos and the live coaching sessions, you've got a full community there to back you up, and they're amazing people. You can see here Emmy talking about over $500. This is pretty cool. She says, I can actually pay some bills. It works just like everyone said. Larry providing some encouragement. This system works. And thanks for constant encouragement and support. Cease down here did $20,000 profit in 3 months and just showing everybody that. Lilia here talking about how she's done an immediate profit of $216. Malcolm here, which I think is awesome, talking about how he's tried tons of other stuff. And really, this was the first online business that actually worked for Malcolm. So it's not only a place to share tips and tricks, but it's a place to get inspired and share stories. And believe it or not, we think one of the things that has made this such a giant success really is the inspiration that other people see. Because when they see someone else like Claudia here saying, I'm sitting here crying, good tears, I made this morning $1,277 profit, right? So when you see others doing those types of results, then it really gives you inspiration and confidence to get out there and do it. Janet, not too shabby, starting 3 weeks ago, had already done $5,200, right? So really awesome. So the community support is hugely helpful, and it's a giant part of our community. We also have a top earners club where we give away t-shirts and we it's just basically an awesome community that we've built. I could go on and on about that all day long. On top of that, we've got expert email support in our email support portal. We don't have just outsourced people there that can't answer your questions. We have people that are actually doing the method, that are having success, that can really help you. Right? This isn't some, I answer or ask a question and the answer is horrible, right? We actually take great pride in being able to help you, and our support staff there knows what they're doing, and they're doing it themselves so they can actually help you. So just a quick recap of what you get. Full custom software program, in-depth training modules, have everything you need there in the member area. Twice week coaching sessions. We record all those in case you can't make it live. The community group access, which is massively powerful. Support from our staff of experts. And of course, there's a lot more methods and things to talk about. Now, I know what you're asking. Okay, how much is this and where can I get it? This sounds great, but how can I get this? Well, one more, it gets better for you. Okay, so not only is the method zero risk, and you know if you're going to be profitable before you have to do anything, but we wanted your investment to start this business to also be absolutely zero risk. This is how confident we are in this system. If you just take action and you do it and you don't have success, we're not only going to give you your money back, but we're going to actually give you 2 times your money back. So we have a double your money guarantee with this system, and we stand behind that and are very proud of it and are sort of putting our money where our mouth is, so to speak. That's how confident we are in the system. Here's basically how it works. If you don't make at least 100% of your money back, of your purchase price back in the first 60 days, we're going to pay you 2 times your purchase price back. So the goal here is you're going to double your money no matter what. We wanted this to be a no-brainer. We don't even want you to have to think about it. So if you don't have something where you can put your money into it and double your money in the next 60 days, guaranteed, then this is what you want to do, right? And if you've got something else that you can do that with, let me know. I'd love to invest in it. So we wanted to make this an absolute no-brainer and make sure that you understand you're going to make money with this no matter what. You're either going to profit because you're doing the method, which is what we're so confident about, or I'm going to pay for your profits. So I have to show you this. This is really cool. We asked some of our members in the Facebook group, some of the reasons why they were successful or why they joined the program. So I want to really drive this home as to why we're doing this and why we're so confident. And I think this is light bulb's going to go off for you. Emmy here says, she was talking about why she joined. She said, it was actually the guarantee. She said, I knew it would either blow up or I would succeed. And she said after week 1, she stopped tracking her activity and documenting that she's actually taking action because she was doing it and had already made $386 with 3 trades. And she was using some trade-in alerts as well. So she said, as far as the guarantee goes, brilliant move, Luke and John. And she said also at that point, it was crystal clear to me that I would be making significantly more in this business than I paid for it. So this was a no-brainer. So that's kind of our little psychological trick, knowing for a fact, if you do it and take action, there's no way you can't be profitable. I mean, guys, you're seeing the numbers right there. Yes, I can trade it in for higher than I'm buying. If you just do it, it's going to work. That's why we can offer such a ridiculous guarantee. So take advantage of that for sure. So to qualify for that guarantee, we make it really simple. All you got to do, you guys think you can do 2 books a day? Let me know in the chat if you think this is just crazy. There's no way I can do 2 books a day. Did that look like it was hard to do 2 books a day? Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Yeah, Alex chiming in again. Yeah, piece of cake, right? And 2 simple searches a day. So we want you to do a couple of books a day and a couple of searches on average a day so that you are actually taking action, because we know if you do it, there's no way you're not going to be profitable with this. So we can offer such a crazy guarantee, right? So there's full details on the page I'm about to send you to. So make sure you read that so you understand the full requirements of the guarantee. But just know that we've got your back. And if you do this, it's going to work. It's impossible for it not to work if you just take action. Okay? Now, on top of that, one last thing before I send you the link. We have another gigantic bonus with this. Unfortunately, we don't have time to cover this in detail today, but there is an entire other method that goes hand in hand with this, which is a completely separate system, and it's a separate software program that is in another member area, separate training, everything. We want to include that and give that to you today for free. And that system is basically boils down to this. Instead of trading the books in, Because if you trade it into somebody, they're offering you $100 trade-in. That means all they're doing is they're marking that up and turning around and selling it for, 120 or whatever that number is for their profit. So why not cut out the middleman and just sell it yourself? So that's what this method and this software program is about. It allows you to find those opportunities for resale instead of just trade-ins. So what that allows you to do, let's say you kind of maxed your trade-ins out for the day, or you're not finding as many trade-ins as you want, then you move over to book sales and you start to increase your margins. And quite honestly, the book sales, you can make much higher margins because you're cutting out the middleman. So we've included this because they go hand in hand. Sometimes the market is great. It means the prices are low on books. Well, that's a great time to be buying for resale. Usually when the prices are high, that's typically a great time to send in your books for trade-in because they're offering high trade-in dollars. So if you mix the two together, you've got a grand slam. Let me show you some of the results. Again, I wish we could have time to get into this, but basically, here's Wilfred. You saw Wilfred. Remember, Wilfred had made $15,000 profit in his first 6 weeks. Well, doing this, we actually had him come on one of our coaching sessions and talk about his results. He's done $223,000 in sales already, only doing this a few months, selling the books instead of trading them in, right? So hugely powerful. We had another guy come on, Jim. He's done almost $60,000. Patrick, yet another one, came on and explained how he was doing $61,000. So this method is a gigantic profit method. So when you combine trades and selling, it's lights out, right? Game over. So we're giving that to you as well so you can combine those two methods. All right, I know. How much and where can I get this? So let me break this down. We've got something really cool for you guys today. We're going to do a fast mover bonus. So not only are we backing this up and putting our money where our mouth is, so it's a no-brainer for you, but we've put together a fast mover bonus. So for the first 15 people that sign up, we're going to reward you while we're on the webinar. So it's either going to be the first 15 or while the webinar is going, we're going to give you a special coupon code that's good for a giant amount of savings. Okay, so write this down or type it out or memorize it, whatever you want to do. Your coupon code is going to be SAVE. Real simple, 4 letters, SAVE. Okay, you're going to want to use that on the order page here in just a minute because it's going to give you a giant discount. Okay, so what kind of discount is that? Now remember, first 15 are going to get that. So if you get there and the coupon code no longer works, just know that we've maxed out our spots, okay? So be quick on the trigger because we got a lot of people on today. So here's the deal. The standard price for this when we initially trained our first group of members, remember, we've got 2 complete businesses in a box here, the trade system and the sales system. We used to sell those separately, and we sold them both separately for $1,500 a piece and $150 a month. So when you put both of those together, the initial group of beta testers paid $3,000 to get started and $300 a month for continued access to all of the coaching and all of the software and the updates and all of that, right? Here's the deal. You guys aren't going to pay anywhere near that today. All right, so your gigantic savings here is going to be, and I just want to let you know, we have 2 different options for you here, okay? So option 1 is this. You can save $2,000 off of the initial purchase price and do just $997 today, and that covers your first 30 days as well. And then on top of that, we've taken $200 a month off of the monthly price. So we're talking a gigantic savings here. So $997 today, and that covers your first month, and then just $97 a month, and that's for both programs, okay? So if you run the math there, that's another, $200 a month? Let's say you do this for just a year. That's another, $2,400 in savings. So you're getting close to like $5,000 in savings your first year by using that coupon code SAVE. So make sure you go use that. So that's option number 1. Save $2,000 off that initial purchase price and $200 a month, and take advantage of that now by going to the link you see here on your screen, or somebody will also probably put it in the chat box for you. All right. So massive savings. Again, that's for both. That's not for just one of the systems. That's for both systems, trades and resale. Okay, so that's option 1. Option number 2 for you that we've done, if this makes more sense for you, you can do 4 payments of $297. So it's just a little bit more expensive on the initial purchase price, and then $97 a month, right? So your first 30 days, it's $297. And then after that, your monthly fee kicks in as well. So month 2, it would be $297 plus your $97 a month. Now, of course, you can cancel anytime. There's no long-term contract with this. And remember, you're backed up by our crazy guarantee. So this should be an absolute no-brainer for you, no matter which method you select, right? If you want to do the 1 pay and save a little bit of money, or if you want to do the 4 pay and use a little bit of that to help fund your business, that's fine as well, okay? So take advantage of one of those deals. Like I said, as long as that coupon works, for the first 15, you're going to get that giant $2,000 plus discount, plus, gosh, that $200 a month savings as well. So that's huge. And by the way, you're grandfathered in at that price. Okay, so even if you're around for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, however long it takes, right? You're grandfathered in at that. We're not going to raise your monthly price on you back to the original price after a year or something. Okay, you're grandfathered in at that. Okay, so I know a couple of you guys have some questions. So let's take some questions, and then I want you to hear from some others. And actually, here's the deal. I know some of you are saying you came on late. What is this about? That type of thing. Here's what we'll do for you. If you guys are cool with this, we will do what we call an immediate encore after this. Okay, so we're going to do an immediate encore, which will be this same webinar, and we'll just play it right after this one. So in case you missed something or you want to take further notes or whatever it is, you got plenty of time to do that. We will do an immediate encore. But remember, I'm sure those 15 spots will be taken up well before that immediate encore goes. So just be aware of that. You might be paying a regular price by the end of that encore. But we will leave that as long as it's available. So if 15 spots are taken, or at the end of the webinar, the end of the encore now, we'll call it, we will take the coupon out. It'll be regular price, okay? So congrats to anybody that takes fast mover bonus. Money loves speed, right? So a couple of questions you guys might ask. Can this get saturated? I know some of you guys are going, well, yeah, but aren't we all looking for the same books? No. Remember, this is a $15 to $20 billion a year market, and it goes way outside of Amazon to all those other dealers, and it goes outside of textbooks, especially if you're doing resale, right? So no, this can't be saturated. I want you to wrap your head around how this market actually works. Remember, just a couple hundred of us doing this and looking for books isn't going to affect this market. This market is built around 20 million college kids that flood the market every year. So here's a visualization for this, and I think it'll hit home. A lot of you have that scarcity, maybe saturated mindset. So this is what a couple hundred people looks like, okay? Let's compare that to Michigan's football stadium. It holds 100,000 people, okay? 100,000. Think about what that looks like versus a couple hundred. We would need 200 Michigan football stadiums to equal the number of college students that are looking for books every year. Okay, so we don't need to be worried about a couple hundred of others of us looking for books. What we need to be worried about are 20 million college kids looking for books. But we don't even need to be worried about that because the market is built to sustain that kind of volume. Okay, again, it's $20 billion, so absolutely not. This can't get saturated. So do we need to be more concerned with 20 million, and that's what drives the market, or a couple hundred of us doing it? Obviously, 20 million, right? So the market can sustain it. It's not going to get saturated. It doesn't work that way. This is a gigantic industry, okay? So by the way, if you guys have further questions, make sure you type them in. We'll be happy to answer some of those. I just want you to be able to hear from some others and get into that immediate encore quickly. So just a couple of cool things I want to show you. We have over 400. So remember, we just did a tiny group of beta testers. 400 video success stories that people have sent in, and for our top earners club in our community and things like that. So nothing has even that we've seen is even close to this. So this is why we think you're going to have great success. Not only do we have proof that everyone is doing very well with this, but it's super simple. You have crazy training. We're holding your hand through the whole thing. There's zero risk, and you're backed up by our guarantee. So this should be the biggest no-brainer you've ever seen. In fact, I have a question for you. If you haven't taken advantage of it, let me know the reason why you might be on the fence with this, because my guess is you don't have anything else that you're going to be able to do in the next 60 days is going to double your money. So what would be the reason you wouldn't take us up on this? Is it just, you don't believe me or whatever? The great thing about that is you don't have to, right? The method in and of itself is proof. I mean, is that number bigger than the other one? Yes or no? It's really simple, okay? All right, so I have something else really cool to show you. I want you to see this. This came in, and we have these coming in all the time. This happened in one of our help sessions, and Lori posted this in the chat. And she said, hey, guys, I don't speak up to encourage as much as I should, but I've been able to quit my job, and with a little extra hand-holding, I am working on tracking profits so I can share with the group. The thing is, the potential for exponential growth in this business is phenomenal. Additionally, I bought several programs, and never have I received so much support. John and Luke, thank you so much for helping us reach financial independence. You are outstanding, and as a single mom and newly divorced and with little income or savings, you are a lifesaver for me. Thank you. So there's nothing better than getting these kinds of posts during our coaching sessions and posted to our Facebook group and sent to us in email. I'm not kidding, guys. We could sit here literally all day long and just go over stories like this of people quitting their jobs and sending us thank yous and all that. So we love that. That's why we do this. It's so cool. I mean, obviously, we can make great money doing the method. We can subsidize our development and things by offering the chance for others to get involved. But on top of all that, we get to have great, pride in the community that we've built. So it's all just a win all the way around. So really cool. Here's just another quick example of some results. People, Barry posted in here from his wife's account, now at $9,600. Amy said, best thing of all is how many people have great success so quickly. I've never seen anything like it before. And that's on you guys. So shout out to both of you. So if you're worried about us taking care of you, or I know you guys, I know I have purchased programs and businesses in the past where you purchase it and then you get no support and it doesn't work and people disappear. We've been doing this for almost a year, guys, with our beta group, and we get on twice a week, every week, and we have massive success, people quitting their jobs, making literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, this is, I think, the best opportunity you're ever going to see, in my opinion. I might be a little biased, but I really, truly think it is. So, guys, take advantage of one of those offers. Here's what I want to do now. I want to get straight to letting you hear from some others that have implemented the methods and the business model. I want you to hear from some of their results because I think, especially for some of those of you that are getting involved, it's going to inspire you and get you excited about getting in and actually push you over the edge from maybe just buying something and putting it on the shelf to actually doing it. We don't want you to just buy and put it on the shelf. We want you to take action, right? We want you to use this to make a lot of money, and we're very confident that you can do it without a doubt, and we stand behind it, okay? So what I want to do is let you hear from some others, and then we'll play that immediate encore. It looks like, awesome, okay. Welcome, Amy. Amy's in. Alex, I knew you'd be in. You've been active the whole time, so congratulations, guys. So quite a few of you. I'm not sure if we've hit 15 yet, so definitely take advantage of that coupon, SAVE, on the order page so you can get your huge savings. And you're going to hear from some others now, and then we'll play an immediate encore in case you missed it. And we will do our best to leave the pricing as it is until those 15 spots are filled or until the end of the encore. So take advantage of that, guys. Hopefully you got something out of it today. We'll be here answering questions in the chat. So please, if you have anything to ask, fire it away. Let us know if you've got a problem. We actually have somebody that was asking if we have PayPal as an option and things like that. We have other ways. We actually have a way for you to do this with 0 payments, 0 interest for 6 months. So if you're having a problem with the initial investment, we got you taken care of. We can work something out with you. Type it in the chat. We want you to get in and have success with this. With that being said, thanks so much, guys, for jumping on the webinar. We really appreciate it. We look forward to working with all of you that are jumping on board and are excited to see you again every week, Tuesday and Thursday. We'll see you live. So hang in there. You're going to hear from some others now, and we'll play the immediate encore in case you missed the first part. Thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Super excited to see you on the other side. Talk soon. Bye.
Hi guys, so I'm Jennifer from Ohio, and I am a single mom who has been struggling for income over the summer, and I have cash flowed so far just over $2,200 of profit. I made $1,800 of profit in my first 5 days. This program works. It has helped me feed my kids, and I do need to work from home. I need an alternate work arrangement because my 4 kids are all on the autism spectrum, and my kindergartner is a major challenge. He has actually had to come home from school last year. He did not complete the final semester of school because he was having such trouble transitioning into his classes. So I really do need to work from home. It is just so awesome, and I'm sorry I'm getting a little bit moved here as I talk about this, because to say that this has made a difference in our lives, this program is literally feeding children, and I have hope for my future and for my kids for the first time in a really long time, so I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, guys, and everybody have an awesome day. Bye.
Hey everybody, my name's Randy, and I wanted to shout out to John, Luke, and the support team for creating the first Make Money online program that I have worked with in the last 15 years that made me more money than I've spent. Hey! I've spent 15 years, like I said, and tens of thousands of dollars on programs that never helped me make a dime. It's just the exception. It's made me enough money to allow me to leave my $65K a year job and do book trading exclusively. Thanks guys for your dedication and making your members a success and the crazy attention you've put into this program. I appreciate you.
Hello, I'm Wilfried from Holland, and I'm very excited. Making money was never easier. Above $15,000 and just in 6 weeks. It's like it's raining money here in Holland.
Hey, this is Patrick. I've been using the program for about 3 months, and I've done over $21,000 in sales, so, I'm fired up. Plain and simple, it works. And I gotta get back to work, guys.
Hi, my name is Jim. You can see that my total product sales since October 20th, 2016 is over $35,000. I've sold almost 1,100 books. My average sales are about $33.40 there, and you can see that my biggest day was January 18th. Had $1,720 in sales in one day. That was pretty cool. This is the amount I've actually received from Amazon. It's hard for me to say exactly what my actual profit is, but I'd say it's around $13,000. So I'm really hitting around that 100% ROI mark, which is what I really wanted to do. So that's some pretty good ROI right there. So I really want to thank John and Luke for all they do.
Hey everybody, this is Steve. I want to do a quick testimonial. Wanted everyone to know that the program works exactly as it's explained. All the tutorials are very detailed, easy to follow. If you have any questions, their customer service is outstanding. As of right now, over the last 5 days, I'm just over $1,000 in net profit. I'm averaging right around $200 net profit a day, and my ROI actually is really good. I'm at about 29%. So I've been real selective with my books, the ones that I've purchased. Look forward to purchasing even more. Anyway, if you're on the fence, buy this great program. Thanks. Have a good night.
Hi, my name is Peter Doucette. I've been a member since the beginning, and up to this date I've made about $29,000 in profit. So there's my story. Good luck to all you guys.
Hey guys, RT here, and I just wanted to take a quick minute and send out a video testimonial. I can honestly say this is probably the best online program that I've ever been a part of. I've gone through several. I've made some marginal cash on the others, but this is the first program where I have actually recouped my entire investment, and I've done so inside of the first month. Actually, the first 21 days. Today marks day 21 of buying and selling textbooks, and to date I have made $1,534.40. So this is absolutely the real deal. Luke and the team are incredible. They truly want to see you succeed. It does take a good bit of diligence, but with that and the ability to follow some simple instructions, you will be off and making a few bucks online as well. Hope this video encourages you, and for those that are on the fence, go ahead and jump in. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hey guys, Jeff Mayer here. I've been an Amazon seller for a little over 3 months, and I've generated over $15,000 to $20,000 in sales, and that's pretty much what's going on. So it's been a pretty cool ride. My scheme of things is that I usually do the trade-ins as much as I can, use that money to buy books and getting them in, and then when they sell, that's cash out, and that gets reinvested back in to repeat. And each time, I put more money in my pocket. And that's kind of the rules of the game. That's how we do it.
Hi, my name is Anik. Yesterday afternoon, I made a video to say that I had earned $380 in profit. And today I decided to make another video because since yesterday afternoon, I've made another $800 in profit. So it's about a total of $1,200 in profit.
Hi, Tracy Baxter here. For the last couple of weeks, I've made approximately $250 a day, not working very hard.
Hey everybody, my name's Kim, and so just working probably 3-4 hours total, I'm up to $270 in profit just from the last 2 days.
Hi, my name is Greg. In my first 2 days, I profited over $400.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike from Phoenix. Do over $200 a day.
This is Andrew and Kate from New York, and as of today, we're really happy that we've finally broken the $2,000 mark.
Hello, my name is Mike, and I've already made $159.60 for about 6 to 7 hours worth of work.
Hey, it's Jeff in Alabama, and in one day I've already profited $160.
Hi guys, just wanted to give you a little update. Currently the profit I've made so far is over $12,250.
My name is Wayne, and so far to date I've made about $350 in net profit.
Hi, my name is Rita Herba. I've been working for 3 days. I've made $349 in 3 days' time.
Hey, just want to shoot a quick video. I made $147 in just about 2.5 hours work. And that's a pretty good average.
Hi, this is Mike Welling. The first video I did, I'd made about $150. The second video, or about a week later, I was up to about $900.
Hi folks, my name is Kevin. Subscribed just last Thursday, and already in that short period of time, look how much money I've made. $1,067.91.
Hi, this is Paul. I've made $872.68 in profit.
Hi, I'm Ray, and along with my wife Alice, and we've realized $272 in profit at a 19.9% return and annualized at 2,268%.
Hi, I'm Janet, and this is Duke. I bought a lot of different affiliate programs in the last year or so, and I got to tell you, I was skeptical on this one because I had a serious case of BAMS, Battered Affiliate Marketing Syndrome. I had a lot of things that didn't quite work the way I wanted them to. But I went ahead and bought this one anyway, and I couldn't believe it. Within a couple of weeks, was already making quite a profit. Made about $1,600 in profit. So can't complain with that. You know, you have to be organized with this program, and you have to have a little bit of money to invest. But once you do, that money, you just keep rolling it over, and the ROI is phenomenal with it. So Luke and John and the whole team, they're great. So if you're even thinking about getting this program, you should do it. It's a great one.